Welcome to the final lesson of the SvelteKit series. In this lesson, we are going to talk about what we have built, what is possible in Nhost, and do a little bit of styling. Okay, so first, what do we have? Well, we have sign up, sign in, reset password, and change password. So all the user authentication and user features have been covered in this SvelteKit. Next, note that everything of this is done on the client side. We have been sending API requests from the client. We have not done anything on the server. For example, if you want to write or do anything by a server function, we have no way of doing it right now. But in Hasura, there is actions for us to do this. So what actions are? This is our small app, and we can send a graphical request to an action, and that action can call a custom API that we write. So we can do custom business logic, data validation, all that stuff in that function. And then if you want to write information again to the database, you can use Hasura's GraphQL API to do that as well. Nhost also makes this writing HTTP endpoints easy through a custom API. So only thing we need to do is once we initialize the Nhost project, we have to create an APIs directory. And once we create an APIs directory, each file we create, for example, let's say we created API users index. So if we created that, so inside the APIs directory, we create a users directory, and then we create index.js. So that means if we call API/users, then it will call that function. So that is very easy to do in Nhost. I have not covered an example on this, but it is fairly easy, and I will definitely cover it in a future lesson when I'm actually building a project. The next thing is Hasura also gives us events. For example, if you want to run a function when something is inserted to the database. So if we create an event, let's say in the public schema, let's select table users, and we want to send an email when a user is created, like a welcome email. So we can click on this trigger operation insert, and here we can give the custom URL or custom API. So in that API, we will get the new user object that was created, and we can do whatever we want in that function. So that is also possible. So actions are possible, events are possible. Next, we can also write cron triggers, like let's say we want to run a function every 10 minutes. So we can write a cron to do that. It's easy as that. Yeah, so that is all that is possible in Hasura and Nhost. Okay, so now let's get into a bit of styling, because right now our application looks like this, and I think I can make it look better. So let's move this over here and start by styling our navigation. Right now our navigation is inside the layout. I will first move it to a new file called nav. I will do nav.svelte and paste it over here. Yeah, I will save this and I will import it here. Import nav from lib nav. Yeah, and put it here. I will also remove this padding of 1 rem and give this a style of container and mx auto, which will center it. Okay, next I will give, before the slot, I will give it a bit of padding. So let's say padding top, class of padding top of 4. Okay, so now let's go and style our navbar. Okay, nav. First, I'm going to give it some space. So space x about 10. Yeah, that will give it some space. Next, py, give it horizontal space, and border of bottom border and a make it text gray 700. Okay, so that's how it looks. So in our anchor tags, I'm going to give it a class of when hovering, I want to darken the text. So text gray 900. Let's check it out. Yeah, so it darkens. I also want to underline the active route. So if we are in the about page, I just want to underline this about nav. We can do this easily. First, we need the page or the path. So to get the path, we need the page store. So we can get the page from Svelte app stores. So here I'm going to give the class of underline. This is Svelte syntax we can write. If the page dot path is equal to /about. Okay, so that's what we do. If it's equal to about, so here page path will give us the URL path, and then we're going to equal it to, if it's equal to about, I'm going to apply the class of underline. Okay, so if we go to home, we will not see the underline, but about, we will see the underline. Okay, so I'm going to copy this and do the same thing for other routes. So this will be login, this will be register, this profile, and finally this will be home. Cool. So now things look better. Next thing I want to do is, so in Svelte we can prefetch URLs. So if I open my network and refresh, okay, if I refresh, only the home page gets downloaded. We don't download the about us page. We only download the about us page when we go to that link. In Svelte, we can do something like this. We can prefetch. We can say SvelteKit and prefetch. What this does is, when I hover over the about link, it will download the about page. I'll demonstrate it right here. So give it a refresh. I will clear out and I'm going to hover over. This will get us about.svelte. Nice. So that will make the navigation instant because we are fetching it on hover, and then there's less things to do when we actually click. Okay, so I'm going to do this for rest of the anchor tags here in our navbar. And yeah, paste. Okay, now there's another thing that we can do. If we go to the about page, we can ask Svelte to pre-render this page. So when pre-rendering, that means we generate the page previously, beforehand, we get a request. So how it normally works in server-side rendering is we send a request and the server generates the page and sends it back. But in some pages that does not have any dynamic content or partly not dynamic, we can ask SvelteKit to pre-render this page, render it before. So then when we send a request, Svelte can easily send that page back without actually building it. To do this, about us page is a prime example to do this. So we can do this by script context module. This needs context module equals module, and then we have this export const pre-render to true. This will pre-render our page. We can do this to our login page as well, because we don't have any custom data. Register, we can do the same. What else? Home page also we can do. So index, home page. Okay, nice. So we are now pre-rendering our pages, which will make it a lot faster. Next, let's do some update our index page so that to tell that this is actually a Svelte and Nhost starter kit. So let's do that. Let's make the welcome to SvelteKit a little bit bigger. So text XL, font bold, and let's say welcome to SvelteKit and Nhost starter kit. Next we'll give it a padding, div class top, margin top of 6 and space y of 2. So we are going to have more links. Right now we only have the SvelteKit documentation. I want to paste in the Nhost documentation as well. So yeah, I will put that visit Nhost IO and docs. Let's copy the URL and replace it here. Okay, and do docs dot nhost dot io. Okay, cool. Now let's see how it looks. Nice, it looks good. I think now it is presentable, I believe. Maybe we can like remove this heading tag because we are showing it right here. So let's go to forms and remove this. The register form also we can remove that. Yeah, we haven't styled our button, so let's style our button as well. So let's get do the register button and make it a little bit more make it look like a actual button. So class, first we give padding, so py2 and a px4. Next we'll make the text white and a background of gray. How about 700? Save. Let's see how it looks. We'll make it rounded. What else can we do? No, I think that's good. A shadow maybe. Okay, cool. Now let's put this inside a div and give it a bit more spacing. And here I will give margin top of 4. Oops. Padding top of 4. Yeah. 4 is too much too. Okay, I think that looks okay. And I will do this for the other buttons as well, like the login button. And that's it. Okay, so this lesson we learned what we have right now, what is possible in Nhost, and did a little bit of styling. Okay, so this is the final lesson of the starter kit series. Please watch it from the beginning to the end. And in my next lesson series is going to be about me actually building a real world product using this starter kit. Okay, thank you very much for watching, and give it a subscribe and a thumbs up. Have a good day. Take care. Bye.